Federal investigators said today a signaling system was down for maintenance yesterday when an Amtrak train crashed into a freight train in South Carolina. Also, a switch was apparently in the wrong position. 2 people were killed, more than 100 hurt. Kris Van Cleave has more on this.
From the air, the violence of the crash is clear. The head-on collision between Amtrak Train 91 and an empty CSX freight train demolished the 2 locomotives. NTSB Chair Robert Sumwalt.
That switch should have been realigned for the Amtrak to go through the main track.
Why wasn't it?
Well, that's exactly what we want to find out.
The Amtrak train had 147 people on board and was traveling approximately 56 miles an hour when a device known as a track switch diverted it onto a side track where the freight train was parked.
There was bodies everywhere. The seats came up off the floor. Glass came out all over the train.
This stretch of track is controlled by CSX, not Amtrak. Investigators say CSX had manually flipped the switch to move freight cars to the side track. It's unclear how long the switch had been in the wrong position. Track signals were offline for maintenance. The engineer hit the emergency brake 3 seconds before the collision.
If the signals had been working, could that have been an earlier warning for the engineer?
It's possible, and that's part of what we need to piece together.
Sunday was Amtrak's 3rd fatal derailment in less than 2 months. Last week, a train carrying Republican lawmakers hit a garbage truck in Virginia. And in December, this Amtrak train was going more than twice the speed limit when it derailed going around a curve in Washington state.
Are we willing to say that there's a systemic issue with Amtrak? No, we're not.
The NTSB says the engineer of that Amtrak train should have been watching ahead of time for that switch, but once the train got to the switch point, he would have had only about 8 seconds to try to stop it. CSX has not commented on the position of that switch, but says it is participating in this investigation. Jeff?
Kris Van Cleave in South Carolina, thank you.